and welcome. Today we are counting down the top 5 African queens. Now, this is a personal ranking based on influence to culture and leadership qualities. Feel free to tell us your top 5 African queens in the comments section. Let's begin. At number 5, we have Queen Nefertiti. Her name simply means, the beautiful woman is here. She held many titles. High Priestess, Pharaoh, and so on. She was married to Pharaoh Akhenaten, who ruled with her side by side. They were not rock stars, so to say. But they did establish new gods that had a huge impact on Egypt. Coming in at number 4. Makeda, Queen of Sheba. Now, very little is known about this queen. Most of her story exists as legend. But her impact cannot be ignored. She is known as the first queen of Africa and is also mentioned in 2 major religions, Christianity and Islam. It is said that she had an audience with King Solomon. In third place, we have the one and only Cleopatra of Egypt, also known as the Queen of the Nile. She was actually of Greek origin, but had great impact on African culture. After Alexander the Great conquered Egypt in 332 BC, many Greeks settled there. Cleopatra was from the Ptolemaic dynasty. She spoke 9 different languages and was a great diplomat. She married her brother to gain power, but shortly fell out, possibly due to her untamed ambition. Even though she controlled most of Egypt, her lack of governance was a major flaw. After Rome arrived on the shores of Egypt, her brother was the first to gain allegiance, but Cleopatra's diplomacy quickly won her the favor of one Julius Caesar. Yes, the Julius Caesar we all know. Legend has it that Caesar and Cleopatra had a son. But that's a story for another day. Cleopatra was so ambitious she killed her brothers and sisters in order to be queen. After Caesar's assassination in 44 BC, Cleopatra found herself with Caesar's general Mark Antony. She became part of a Roman civil war between Octavian and her lover Mark Antony. When Mark Antony lost the war, Cleopatra, in fear of Octavian's wrath, committed suicide. On 12 August 30 BC, possibly by snake venom. In second place, Queen Aminatou, or Amina of Zaria. She was born in 1533, raised and trained by her grandfather in political and military affairs. When her younger brother became king, she spent most of her life in the military, learning to be a great sword fighter. After her brother's unfortunate demise, she took command of the army in the kingdom. Amina expanded the empire to a great degree. She never married, or had children. Legend has it that every man who had the privilege of spending the night in the queen's bedchambers would be beheaded the next morning by her command. Wow! Family planning at its best. Right? Queen Amina would die on the battlefield after ruling Zaria for 34 years. She was a warrior. Before we get to our number 1 spot, here are a few honorable mentions. Queen Nandi of the Zulus, Queen Yaa Asantewaa, and last but not least, Queen Ranavalona I of Madagascar. These are all great queens in their own right, but did not make it to our top 5. And in first place, the scar-eyed queen herself, Queen Amani Renas. She is one of history's forgotten queens. But here at Cognition we believe she is one of Africa's greatest. Queen Amani Renas ruled the Kingdom of Kush, present-day Sudan, after the death of her husband and king, in 27 BCE. Queen Amani Renas led a rebellion against Rome to defend Kush and its people. After Caesar Augustus conquered Egypt, Queen Amani Renas knew Kush was next. But she would not accept this. She gathered 3,000 troops and led them herself. She took the battle to Augustus, which was suicide considering Rome was a world power. But this queen simply had no fear. It was a long and hard battle, in which she lost one of her eyes. Hence the name Scar-eyed Queen. Despite that, she continued fighting side by side with her men, and her son Prince Akhenadad. According to legend, Queen Amani Renas would feed captured Roman troops to her pet lions. Victory for the Great Queen came when Caesar Augustus offered a truce and a peace agreement to withdraw and not invade Kush. Because of her great act, a lot of African traditions and customs were preserved. Kush would stand another 400 years. Historians found proof of this great battle, as the head of the statue of Caesar Augustus was placed at the feet of the Great Queen, in her tomb. And that concludes our top 5 African queens. We hope you had fun learning. Join us again next time. Ciao.